welcome to a new Reaktor user library update stream. And today I want to go through a few of the new additions that have been uploaded to the user library and or have been updated basically. And yeah, so the first two I loaded up today are Rave Lady, which is from Gormall Instruments, and yeah, so this is a drum machine sampler looper with lots of presets in here. So yeah, maybe let's check this one out as the first one, and I'll take this one out of the picture. And yeah, so it's called Rave Lady, and you have two decks of loops where you can choose the selected loop bank with up to 39 loops here for each of the first two slots here. And then you have two kick and snare sequencers that can get yeah, so you have three different kicks: acoustic, analog, and digital samplers basically, and then you can choose which one of the acoustic kicks. You have 30 acoustic kicks, 30 analog, and 30 digital kicks, and then you can pitch them and change the whole time and stuff like that. So let's press play. Here we go. And the fun thing, as you can see, is like he programmed the whole GUI so it can change the colors also, and depending on the preset, it saves the preset with the color template that has been drawn here on these drawbars, or you can click here and everything changes. And then there's also like a strobe light. So let's go for the and what you have to think of also is, like, if you have this in your sequencer here, today I'm using Bitwig, the loops change the pitch according to tempo. So I mean, they stay in time according to the tempo, but they change the pitch. So you have the presets here according to BPM, because the loops are already like for that range of BPM basically. So if you take a loop for 175, I guess, and then play it at 80 BPM, it should be pitched quite down a bit. So let's try this. And then you have here the possibility to pitch it up or down a little bit, but I guess not that drastically as 100 BPM or something. So you get the drift what I mean. So if you're in the slow BPM, then maybe better go for the slow loops here, and then try this. down here you can also change the speed of the sequencers. So So this would be Rave Lady, new from Gormal, and he's been updating his instruments lately quite a bit. So this is the second page of what's new right now. Oh no, the fourth page, and here's Rave Lady, and then if you click on his name, you can also see the other two instruments that have been updated lately. So this would be also Wave Witch, and this looks like this. So this is more straightforward synthesizer. And as you can see, he updated the graphics also quite a bit here, so that's basically on the same level as the Rave Lady. And here we have version 2 sounds, which is a new preset pack with 41 presets, I guess. And maybe let's take a pad sound here. And as you can hear right now, we have some background noise already implemented. Where is the background noise? Voicing. Go to a different preset here. So looks a bit different than before now. So can't really see where he put the retro. Is it this? Tape saturation. Here. So here's the knob for the static. So you have to go to the retro view here down there. So static on, and then you get a static noise. And he has two different samples here, I guess. And then okay. So this is just an added noise sound, basically, that is turned on some presets. And maybe let's go for a bass sound now. So this is, I guess, tempo synced. Yeah, so you have the envelope here making the shapes, I guess. And then I can load a different shape here. Or this here. So, and this is now in sync here on 32, I guess. And then we can also make it slower. Or faster. not looped here, I guess. No. Okay, this one is looped. Interesting. So a few of these are looped and a few aren't. And you can also send it to the pitch. So let's see what else. Basketball preset. And then we have a delay we can add and a reverb. Yeah, so this is the new wave witch, and then I think we can also look into the updated version of Cannibella. So these are all from the same developer, Gormal. As you can see, the graphic style is kind of similar. And lots of going on here as well. So 8 banks of presets, Twilight expansion, and now these are the 8th bank are the new sounds. Split zone, so you have can also play 2 sounds now, I see, or yeah, you have split zone possibilities, and then you can also change the zone here with your mouse. And this is the choir zone, I guess. And then there's also the spider tomb sound here in the middle, I guess. So maybe let's go for a different preset here. trying to see the comments on Facebook, but this is only on my iPad. Wait a second. So what are you guys saying? Okay. So these are keys. Let's go for pad. And then maybe Twilight expansion, bass, effects. So a quite big range of sounds you can get with all these Gormall instruments. And now I would say we can go to the Bosco Mac stuff that has been updated. So Bosco Mac is an old Reaktor developer who has been, I don't know, been doing it for a long time, and now he basically uploaded all his instruments from back of 2016, which have been updated to the NKS system. So you can now load all these instruments here. I think it's like 52, and directly from your complete control, if you put them in the correct folder, as it is. You have basically a description where you have to put all the files, and then you have a folder here in your Reaktor instruments that's called Bosco Mac, and then under the user files, and then you can choose all of the different instruments now that have been added to the NKS system, and basically load them up directly in your keyboard or just complete control software. Here I have the Koto instrument from him, which sounds like this. And then he has also some effects, I think, but I haven't checked if they're also, yeah, they're also NKS compatible. So there would maybe be retape. And then again, Bosco Mac, maybe the flood verb. What else? Well, let's try this one first. And the delight delay. And then maybe a different Bosco Mac reverb behind it. Oops. That's something else. Springtime. So this would be a chain now with only Bosco Mac instruments and effects, basically. And so this is the delight delay. Maybe let's go for this preset. And then maybe let's go for the air piano. Yeah, and if you go to Bosco Mac's website directly, then you can download all of them as a full package, basically, here with the NKS version. And then you don't have to download them all one by one. It makes it a lot easier. And as you can hear and see, they're very well produced instruments. Look nice, sound good, and yeah, what else can you ask for as free instruments? There's also some drum machines in here, some small check. And they have already, I think, implemented rhythms. Yeah. And a random effects button, basically, and then you can mix in these effects, and every time you press the random button, something in the background gets shuffled around, and then yeah, you get a new kind of effect. you can also turn the sculptor here off for so, and I think if you want to basically turn the, so this would be initial, no effects, but I think if you want to play, just play this instrument, you might have to go inside a Reaktor and turn the sequencer off or something. So I'm not sure where it is in here. Select gate. I mean, you can definitely trigger them, but I'm not sure if you can turn the sequencer off. Yeah, so this would be Patasonics, and then you have also Retro Beat. And there you can actually turn the sequencer off, except for the oh no, I programmed the beat here, that's why. Okay. Yeah, so this has internal rhythms, but you can also turn them off. So and you basically get sounds for a lot of different drum machines in this one here. You can tune each sound, pan and level, and then you have a tape master effects here. Make it extra fat. And then you can basically put one of the other Bosco Mac effects behind it again. Yeah, so Retro Beat, Patasonics, what is this? The chiller. Oh yeah, a small synthy. So string machine, I would call this. Yeah, quite nice. Stabber. Okay, so without effects. So, plug Trion maybe, or let's go for Snowflake. Snowflake is one of my favorites from Bosco Mac, I must say. And then if you add reverb on this one, some extra really long reverb, you can really make it to chill out. And then maybe let's add a Raum dahinter with a really long tail. So maybe so this is Twinkle. Yeah, another of the more organic sounding Reaktor instruments from Bosco Mac. And yeah, if we go a little like 2 weeks before, there's also quite a few other things that have been added lately. And let's see. Okay, all Bosco Mac. So New School plus Experiment. I don't know what that is, but we can check that out and see. So I'll close this for now and go back to Reaktor. And let's see what the others have done here. So New School plus Experiment. Let's see. Okay, looks quite different in the normal New School. And but since it's a sequencer, I think I have to press play. So let's press play. Okay, so we have a grain delay and 4 sine oscillators, and here's a lot of modulation going on. And now the question would be, so since the naming is a little bit missing, maybe let's try to make something. Okay, so no variations going on. They think everything down. Let's see where it goes, what goes where. So this is maybe 4, let's see. So we have a clock, okay, for each row here. So this is the lowest. Maybe. Okay, lowest row is number 4. Let's take the high road. Number 1. something happens here. Aua. Grain delay cycle. Trigger resolution, okay, interesting. Voices in pattern, vertical offset. Is there a mixer anywhere for this device? Modulation amount, no. Mixer. What happens if we look in here? Okay, so it gets the full output and then back in here. So this would be in 2 and 3, I guess. Okay, the master has a mixer for the grain delay. That's good. And this is the reverb, I guess. So as you can see, with the Gormall instruments, it was quite a bit easier in Boscomac. And here is total. How do you see? How do you say? The names are very short, and then you have to put the mouse to hover above it to see what it actually does, and then after a while you can check out what it really does. But yeah, not that easy. But now, since we're here in the huge reactor thingy, let me make the screen a bit smaller. We can now also use the random and morph function here for each of these sequencers. So this is more for the random beats lovers, I would say, and which was also quite new. Riptide, was that the one? So this is the first time for me opening this one, so I have no idea what's going on in here. Sounds interesting. There's a sequencer. I pressed play. Okay. Limiter. Angel reverb. So there's supposed to be some wavetable in here. I'm not sure if that's actually working correctly here. Wavetable here. So you have 3 different tables. Okay, the draw table works. Seems like. I'm on the wrong instrument, haha. No wonder it's not working. Now we have something going here. And very loud. Yeah, okay, very basic instrument for now, I would say. There's some, yeah, and this was a thing that was uploaded only shortly into the user library because the guy uploaded so many ensembles in a day or two, basically, to that it felt like spamming the user library. But in the end, this one actually sounded quite cool. It's like a drone machine or Brahm machine, where you press a note and then you have a huge reverb behind it, and you can randomize your sound here with this button, and you can automate that basically. So quite cool if you want to make your own effect sounds, but I don't know. I could re-upload it to the user library, but I didn't make that ensemble, and it was deleted again. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want me to upload it again to the user library. Then we have a big version of Limelight that was added lately. So somebody updated the old interface of Limelight to a new version that is better suited for bigger screens with more resolution, I would say. And you basically get all the old presets here, and I think put some new presets here from the user. And So that's Limelight new edition for you, basically. And let's see, maybe one more. The new crude update, maybe. So this just starts droning right away. And there we have some added effects here now as well. So also the Bosco Mac air reverb with a different GUI from Bosco Mac. So this is one of the newer noise machines, I would call it. So perfect if you want to make some crazy sound design noises. Go for Crude version 2.5. There's also the lunar delay we just saw in here, and was that in the effects here? Also the air reverb. No. So as effect, there's like this filter bank, got also a new GUI from Bosco Mac, not from Bosco Mac, from Bolle. And then we have also, what was Riff? Oh yeah, okay, I haven't tried that one, so let's see what goes on in here. There seem to be no presets in here, so let's just press play. Okay, nothing happens. So riff it, press play, random steps channel. So this is, I think, let's see what it says here. Riff. So this is the thing, I guess. So this is a MIDI sequencer. So then I would have to add something behind it that it would work, I would guess. So let's maybe take another reactor. Okay, now it only lets me put. So let's load maybe. Let's just go for standard Monarch, maybe. Or no, maybe Monarch is not the right one. Let's go for Razor. And then maybe keys and bells. Now the question is, okay, quite. So you have 3 sequencers, I guess, with up to what is this? 4 notes? No, pitch, velocity, note length, step length, progression, and modulation. And so, okay, let's go only for sequencer A. Okay, quite easy actually to use, quite straightforward. And now what happened here? Okay. That's interesting. I don't know why the step length here changes all this time, but okay. I guess because he has to fit it into one bar or something, and then if you make a long step at the end, it gets shorter. Okay. So you can make very rhythmical sequences with this one. You have to remember that one. This is called Riff from Purple Eagle. made referable. Okay. Not sure if this is the same actually. Looks like it, but with a sequencer. Yeah, but with a synthesizer. So this is only the MIDI version. And Riff 2, 17 years old, and Riffable Big is 1 month old, and yeah. So these are the newest additions here to the user library, and I think for today we've got the most important ones. And as you can see, you can always go into the user library and see what's new. Someone has always been uploading something you can try out, so I can only recommend going in there. By now we have over 3,700 instruments in there and 910 effects, and also over, let's say, over a few hundred blocks. Since in the Rack Ready blocks there are also some some banks in there with lots of single blocks, like the RGB blocks and the Knobster collection and the mix tools. I think there's one or more other like compilation of blocks you can download, and I can also only recommend the Toybox stuff, and so yeah, check out the new stuff and write a review or give some stars if you like it, and yeah, go into the Reaktor user library and see what's new, and try out the stuff and have fun. And for today I'll close this up here and say goodbye. And yeah, if you want to record some hardware, old school stuff, come here to Synthesizer Studio Berlin. We have all the big old machines in here basically. And yeah, so this was Reaktor User Library November 2023 update. I hope you had fun, and see you next time. Bye bye.